I sometimes talk about the dream state as a wonderful metaphor for so many things related to reality. And in a dream at night, um, there's all this, apparent multiplicity that appears, right? All the incredible diversity of phenomena and experiences, people, places, and things. Color of the dream, the vibrancy of the dream, the complexity of the dream, all the different, flavors of life that we can experience in the dream state, from, bliss to terror to exhilaration to heartbreak. It's quite something, isn't it? And it's fair to say, though, that all of this that appears every night in the dream state as distinctive phenomena are all the same mysterious stuff, right? The same, what would we say, the dreaming consciousness. We don't know what creates dreams. It's really a perfect metaphor for what we call the waking life. All this unimaginable diversity of seeming phenomena that are appearing right now. All the color, all the light, all the sound, all the sensation, all the emotion, all the thought, all the individuals, the world. I mean, right? It's quite something. And I think the simplest thing to say, and really the only thing for me to say in so many ways, is that all this multiplicity, all this seeming elaboration and multiplicity and complexity of life is, it's all the dreaming of life. It's all the display of this, just like the dream is all the display of the dreaming consciousness, despite how different it seems to be from one dream to the next, from one phenomena to the next. And our attention tends to go towards that, and we make whatever we make of the different phenomena appearing in the dream, but it tends to get treated as if um, we're encountering very different people and phenomena and experiences. And in one sense, it is that way. But in another sense, it's all the dreaming consciousness. And it's just like that with what we call this waking reality. It's and just as I was saying, we don't really know what's giving rise to the dreaming consciousness, what's giving rise to all the imagery of the dream. I mean, it's it's phenomenal, isn't it? And this is phenomenal. How, what is giving rise to this moment? However the moment seems to be appearing. What's the genesis of this moment? We could say it's all being created by, the neuroscientists might say it's all being created by the brain, all of this experience, experiencing all the perceptions, all the colors and sights and sounds and sensations. But that completely begs the question, what is creating the brain and its activity? And whatever that might be begs the next question, which is what is generating that? There's no answer for what's generating this moment. Whether it's a moment of great elation, we might say, or a great frustration and heartbreak. Whatever is generating this is generating all of it. Whatever is generating this instant is generating the next instant, isn't it? The next seeming perception, the next display of what we call life in all its color and vibrancy and complexity and elaboration. I was just feeling right now how everything that's appearing is the display of this that is generating each moment, the miracle, the mystery underlying creation. All of it is made of that. All of it is made of this that is creating everything, this that is everything. There's no word for that. I mean, I will use different words like this presence that appears as everything, this being that appears as everything, this reality that appears as everything, this intelligence that appears as everything, this life, this aliveness appearing as everything. But again, just as I was saying with the brain, that begs the question, what is this life, this being? And there's no answer to that. It's just fathomless. This fathomless ground is the ground of everything, the ground of each thought right now that's appearing, each sensation, each flicker of emotion, each body rumbling, and each pulsing, shining forth of what we call the moment. All of it is completely equal in that regard. Everything is fundamentally the same. It is all made of this inconceivable, unresolvable infinity. Just like all of the dream images are made of the dreaming, appearing so distinct, so different in the texture and quality of the dream images, but all of it made of the same inconceivability. It's just like that right now. And so there's no need to have a better experience. There's no need to have the notion of better doesn't even really register when we see that it's all equal in its fundament, in its basis. Just as none of the dream images ever escape the dream, they're all completely embedded in and as the dreaming. All of the waking, if you will, appearances never escape this. We could call it life's dreaming right now, life's creating. It never departs from this, from its basis, from its context, and becomes something else. It always is an expression of this inconceivable miracle. Which is why there's no place to arrive at. There's no state to get oneself into. There's no need to twist oneself into some version of reality, for all versions of reality are reality. All the forms that this can seem to assume are it, are this. All the questions that might occur to us, the resolution, the ultimate resolution of those questions is in seeing that the questions are just more of this and it's appearing. That's the real resolution of the questions, to see what they are. to see what the questions are made of. The questions are made of the answer. That makes sense? The answer we're looking for is, what is this? What is this? That's really what we're looking for. What is life made of? Well, all the questions are made of life. So the answer lies in the questions themselves, not the content of the questions, but nothing has ever split itself off from this field, this vast, inexplicable field of appearing. None of the appearance have any separate, independent existence from the field of appearing. It's one field, just like the dream at night is one dreaming that appears as all this stuff, separate stuff interacting with other separate stuff, right? But this waking, what we call the waking state, the waking life, is one appearing. It's a single appearance, isn't it? It's just, it's undivided. It's so obvious. Everything that's appearing is undivided, one appearance. And I don't just mean the visual appearance, I mean the appearance of, this is appearing in the sense that it's here, this presence of that's its appearance, its existence is its appearance. And it's one existence that looks like a bunch of stuff and can be encountered as different things interacting, different people interacting, and that's marvelous and wondrous. And but fundamentally, there's no hierarchy. That all of it, any more than there's a hierarchy in the dream of, there might be dreams that we consider to be more pleasant, less painful, less difficult, more inspiring, and so on. That's seems to be part of our particular likes and dislikes and preferences, but all of it is the same. So we can completely relax any effort to arrive somewhere else in some presumably more awakened, real, enlightened, whatever perspective or space, or because this is this is it. This is every upwelling of the moment is the upwelling of this mysterious creative engine we call reality. That's whatever it is it's creating. I mean, it's so staggering, isn't it? What's creating this moment right now? How is this moment here? How is this moment appearing? How is thought appearing? What we call thought? How is feeling appearing? How is sensation appearing? What, again, if we revert to some sort of scientific explanation, materialistic explanation, well, it's all this like neural signaling, and again, it's just absolutely no explanation. It's funny. Not really an explanation because it doesn't account for how it is that there's what we call a body even here. Um, this body seems to be enlivened. We would say it's alive. It's vital. And that aliveness is exactly what? What is the life force? What is the life force of the body? What is the life force of the moment? Just feel that. Feel the complete unknowability of that to determine what life itself is. The life giving rise to each appearance. The engine of life creating each moment. Absolutely subtle beyond subtle, beyond subtle, beyond subtle as to what life itself is. The most obvious, most basic, most palpable thing is the sense of aliveness, and yet it's pure mystery down to the bottomless, bottomless bottom of it as to what life itself is, the life blood giving rise to everything. All of it life, all of it reality's display, equal in being reality, despite all of the unique ways it can appear like the dream, all of it, the dreaming of life. One thing, which isn't a thing at all. this appears as a multiplicity, like the dream appears as a multiplicity again, but actually there's no multiplicity. There's just this singularity that looks like a multiplicity. Like a very, very real, palpable hologram. It's experienced as embodied, shall we say, visceral, substantive, but fundamentally ungraspable as a thing, in that sense, holographic, empty of thingness, empty of substantiality. As I was saying, the answer to all our questions ultimately is to see what the questions are made of. What everything is made of. Because the questions are made of that as well, whatever that is, that makes whatever it is, this is. And because of the equalness of everything, fundamentally, that which we're searching for, the freedom, the well-being, and so on, is found in every experience, ultimately, in every perception, not certain experiences, not certain perceptions. It would be like thinking that we're going to find the dream, whatever's dreaming the dream, we're going to find it in certain kinds of dreams, certain moments of the dream. No, it's found in the entire dream. So the God that we're searching for is found in the entirety. It's found in all of this. That's where we find the creator, in all that's been created, not just portions of what's been created, in all that's been being created in each instant, just like the dream.